Now, Messi's bodyguard has failed to even keep Messi safe. Arsenal's future is looking bright with the 16-year-old absolutely smashing in goals. Now, something I found this week, as a stadium bigger than Wembley remains a ghost ground, which this stadium, if finished, would hold over 100,000 people. Mo Salah and Klopp absolutely furious at each other. But let's start it off with a stadium that is bigger than Wembley and is just completely a ghost ground. Now, I did some further research into this insanely massive stadium, and here the finished product would have been an absolute masterpiece. Honestly, it kind of looks like a bit of a flower, and it was actually designed to look like a lotus flower. Reports saying this stadium was meant to cost over $1.7 billion to build, and with the end goal being the biggest stadium in the world. But this stadium was actually scrapped or just stopped construction last year due to the football club or Evergrande, and according to reports, cancelled a contract to buy the land rights for the stadium in a bid to raise funds so they could settle debts. And after all this, now the stadium is just sitting there unbuilt. And as you can see with all these photographs, honestly, there's still even cranes surrounding the stadium. But you know how right now Saudi Arabia is throwing tons of money at football? Well, back in 2010, the Chinese was doing the exact same thing, spending money on massive signings, new stadiums, and even the football clubs. Now, as we go from abandoned stadiums to Arsenal's future, a 16-year-old wonder kid has scored 29 goals. And what, you think just one season? Or even how about half of a season? But no, he scored 29 goals in 2 weeks. And get this, in his own age group, he played the under-16s Liverpool side. Obi Martin scored 10 goals for the team to win 14-3. But when playing in the under-18s, of course, it's much more difficult, right? Which, funnily enough, is coached by Jack Wilshere. Arsenal won 9-0, and Obi Martin scored 7 out of the 9 goals. And just to rub it in, he scored all the 7 goals in 64 minutes, which now Arsenal are hoping to lock him down on a long-term contract, and which the player is saying himself like to stay at Arsenal for a long time, which Obi Martin told reports earlier this month. It's a good club. I can feel that I'm getting much better in training. There are a lot of good people here and good coaches, so I'm really happy to be there. So before we talk about more Arsenal news, first we need to address Messi's bodyguard situation. So before I even explain what has happened, you first need to watch this video. A comment said bro failed this time. Another one said bro, that one guard did a Steven Gerrard. Lol. Why did they hire Steven Gerrard for security? Man was slipping left and right. So I mean, surely the person trying to take this photo planned this out perfectly, waiting for Messi's main security guard to be all over on the other side of the pitch so he could just utilize just getting past one normal security guard that's usually on game day. And honestly, if this was any other player, there would not be so many security guards just on the pitch trying to stop this one guy. So as we move on from Messi's 10 security guards not even keeping him safe, we have some game day drama with Mo Salah and Klopp absolutely furious at each other on the side of the pitch, and Arsenal just tactically left Tottenham stunned. So first, let's talk about the Arsenal vs Tottenham game, with basically Arsenal putting Tottenham to bed in the first half with 3 goals pretty quickly. And then Tottenham ended up coming back, obviously, in the second half because they know what they did. But during the game, this was the average position of an Arsenal player, which I mean, it did work with them targeting the left side for Tottenham. And I guess this tactic kind of worked with Arteta getting the dub at the end of the day.